Welcome, welcome. We're going back into our Sprout adventures. It's been a bit, I do admit. But I'm back. Continue on with our MSQ adventures. Well, well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? It fills my heart with joy to see you two hale and healthy. Welcome home, Lise, Hikaru. I'm sure you've heard about Kryle by now. That's why we're here. I'm still not sure what to think about it, but we'll save her. We'll definitely save her somehow. I've no doubt that you will. You look stronger for your time in the Far East, lass. And that's good news for Kryle. I'd like to think so, but enough about me. How was everything with you and the Resistance? Better than when you last saw us. And no mistake. Arnvold's been a godsend. Him and Manago and all the other young bloods have achieved so much in such a short time. We've been blessed to receive the support of the Flames, Alamegan Brigade, who've been instrumental in freeing our countrymen from labor camps throughout Garabania, as well as some political prisoners from the city proper, believe it or not. Together with the refugees returning from Ul'dah and elsewhere, we've had no shortage of able-bodied men and women eager to join the cause. I knew you wouldn't stop fighting, even after what happened at the Reach. Force of habit, I suppose. Though we've come a long way, we still have far to go. We'll fight for every elm, and sooner or later, we'll get to Alamigo. But listen to me prattling on when we should be making haste to Castrum Oriens. There's no point in telling me everything now, when you'll only have to say it all again for the Flame General's benefit. You're right. Well, go on ahead and tell the others that you're not far off. Yeah, last time we left off, Kryle... Well, we wrapped up Doma. And it's been brought to our attention that Kryle was taken prisoner. What is this? Oh. Nature quest. Ah, Hikaru Kari of the Immortal Flames. A moment, if you would. The Alliance has seen fit to charge the Twin Adder with overseeing the occupation of Castrum Oriens for the interim. As an adventurer, I realize it is your wont to attend to matters both great and small in all corners of the realm. Though it should go without saying that you must also uphold your obligations to Immortal Flames and the Eorzean Alliance. Thus, I would ask for your aid in a reconnaissance mission here in Fringes. Pray speak with Lieutenant Molko when you are ready to receive a briefing. He will be overseeing the operation. You do need to pick up the other current quests. They are important. I like flying. Do my eyes deceive me? It can't be. But it is. Hikaru Kari, the Griffin's Bane herself. Yes, the great hero who defeated the Griffin atop Baelsar's wall, bringing his plans of conquest to a shuddering halt. I can think of no other title that so aptly befits your prowess. I pity no one else seems to think so. Ahem. But enough of that. What brings the illustrious Griffin's Bane here to Castrum Oriens? Serpent Marshal Brookstone has requested you assist in my investigation. This is such an honor. I'll do my best not to disappoint you. Ah, goodness me, where are my manners? Hala Mulko, military records officer at your service. I can offer much in a way of combat, but if you should have any inquiries regarding historical matters, you need only ask. Now then, let me apprise you of our current situation. Shortly after taking control of Casham Oriens, we discovered a number of confidential documents left behind by the Garleans. Prisoner records dating back to the beginning of Alamigo's occupation. As you might have guessed, a great many were conscripted and sent away to subjugate new territories. A surprisingly large number were executed, as a reminder of what would happen should any step out of line. What we weren't expecting, however, was a number of prisoners listed simply as whereabouts unknown. We thought perhaps they met some ill fortune during their imprisonment, or even escaped. We could find no other documents to suggest what became of them. Be they living or deceased, it is now our duty to find them. Not just for our own records, mind you, but their loved ones as well. They deserved peace of mind of knowing what happened here. Would that this were a recent incident, though, it would be no easy task ascertaining their whereabouts after 20 years. But I believe I know where we might begin our investigation. The Ananta have called these lands home long before even the Alamegans came to settle here. And as luck would have it, the resistance has established cordial relations with their people. Perhaps they remember something of what happened all those years ago. That is the beast tribe here. The serpent-looking people. Alamegan prisoners captured 20 years ago. Yes, I remember when the Garleans gained their foothold here. They interned any and everyone. Striders, Ananta, and matter not. Most were forced to serve in the Garlean military, dispatched to other lands from which they would never return. If I'm not mistaken, the prisoners who remained were taken to a small village to the south. I cannot say what transpired there, but the settlement was heavily guarded. I fear the worst for them. A settlement to the south? Why, that would have to be Bitter Mill. Recall records of its residents seeking asylum in Gridania when the Garleans first arrived. The place was all but razed to the ground. Let's begin our search there. Perhaps something of value still remains in the rubble. Where is that? Oh, that's far. Well, it looks like we're going on a nice little motorbike ride. All the way down. What are Garleans doing here? They cannot be allowed to leave. Get them. You wanna fight too? Oh. No, he won't. He's just screaming left. Goodness, that's smarts. Perhaps I should have devoted more time in combat training, though no amount of training would make me a match for the renowned Griffin's Bane. That was a magnificent display. Garlean soldiers were certainly the last thing I expected to find in these abandoned and otherwise forgotten buildings. I managed to catch them unawares, but I'm quite certain this investigation would have ended poorly had you not arrived. Still, I find this quite curious. By all rights, the Garleans should be too busy contending with the resistance to waste time in a place like this. What were they doing here? I'm afraid our search for answers has only raised more questions. If we are to make sense of any of this, we must search this place from top to bottom. after my heart returns to my chest. Oh, deep breaths, I guess. I don't know what that quest line goes into. Usually blue quest means I unlock something, but I'm not quite sure what it unlocks. I don't quite remember off the top of my head. You have spoken with Thancred then. Good. Take heart. If anyone can track her down, it's him. I believe I hear Commander Kemp's party approaching. If you're ready to address Father and the others, let us be about it. Turn off for me. There you are. And there is Commander Kemp, I see. I know you are eager to speak on our next move, but we would first hear more of your last. Tell us of your deeds in Doma. Alright.
Pray, join me in welcoming our Scion allies, but recently returned from their mission to the Far East. We have been most eager to hear a first-hand account of your time there, eventful as we understand it was.
Very well. Allow me.
Well, it's a good thing they don't do a voiced recap of what happened. Maybe not so good. It's been quite a bit since we were there.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price. Doma, free after all these years.
Bloody hells. Flooding their own castle for a better chance at victory. We could learn a thing or two from that lad.
Our agents report a flurry of communications between Garlemald and Alamigo in recent days. 'Tis plain they are in the midst of deliberating their response to the Doman uprising.
Good. Every Imperial unit in occupied territory will be on the lookout for civil unrest. The fear of leaving critical locations undefended will make commanders think twice about committing their forces, giving us a chance to seize the initiative.
We have a chance, aye. Mayhap the last one we're ever going to get. While we've done our best to rebuild the resistance, the Imperials have only increased their efforts to root out sympathizers. If we keep on playing for smaller prizes, it's only a matter of time before they crush us again. And that we won't come back from.
A swift advance seems best for all concerned, not least poor Mistress Kryl.
Then let us waste no more time. The campaign for Alamigan liberation begins now. Our first objective will be to capture Castellum Valadina. Take the bridge, and the whole of the fringes will be ours. From there, we can push east towards the peaks. I name this operation Rulga's Beacon. For as Rulga once sent his star to guide our ancestors to these lands, so too shall it see us home.
The success of this operation is paramount. So long as the Empire holds Castellum Valadina, the main host cannot advance. Xenos knows this, which is why he has ordered Fardula and her men to see to the bridge's defense. So we'll get to fight the Skulls again. The Butcher is not to be underestimated. She is decisive, ruthless, and feared by foes and friends alike. We have a plan to defeat her. First, we send an alliance force down the main road, signaling our intention to mount an all-out attack. The garrison will muster their forces and prepare for a protracted battle. However, they will soon find out we are ill-prepared for their counterattack. Our men will begin to break ranks and flee. I see. Show them your backs and give them a target too tempting not to pursue. Aye, Fordola is too aggressive not to press the advantage. She'll order her men to give chase. We lure them as far as East End, where the commanders will rally their forces and attempt to hold their ground. If all goes to plan, we should be able to keep the greater part of the garrison occupied, leaving us to tackle the bridge's remaining defenders. Very clever, I'm sure. But what are you going to do if the Imperials smell a rat and return before we've taken a place? I don't need you to take Velodina, Commander Kim. All I need is for you to fly your flag from its tower. You mean to trick them into believing that the bridge has fallen? Aye, we convince them Velodina is lost, hit them hard with our reinforcements, and watch them go running for the hills. Then when the dust has settled, we regroup at the Castellum. What say you? It's a bold plan, but a good one. We'll do it. In that case, we shall support both the Resistance and the Alliance forces. Hikaru, Lise, Arnvold, I ask that you accompany Commander Kim. Alize and I remain with Flame General. We return to Rogger's Reach and make our preparations. As soon as they are complete, we will join you in the field. Godspeed. No. I got teleport to Rogger's Reach. Conrad wasn't kidding when he said they made a lot of progress while we were away. Yeah, the place looks like it was before. Can't tell you how long I've been waiting for this. It's going to be grand. It takes 100 battles like this to rescue Crow, then I'll fight in every one. In case you haven't noticed, the flag flying above Velodina is bloody massive. It'd take a dozen men to change it, and far too long besides. But there's no need for all that, right, Manago? Not so long as I have my griffin and satchel of glamour prisms, no. Arnvold, you're in charge of the runners between us and the Alliance. No link pearls. Lise, I want you to look in on the squadrons. Make sure they've got everything they need. Everybody clear? Aye, sir. All forces are to depart for Castellum Corfi when ready. That will be all. Hikaru, stay with me a moment, if you would. There's a few men I'd like you to look in on personally. Each of them has lost people, and I can tell that weighs on their hearts. There have been a lot of new faces since last you were here, so it's best if I just tell you where to look. One's an officer, you'll find him in the barber. Another's an older fellow who likes to pass the time on the shore of Starfall. The last is a fiery young lad from Little Alamigo, who I'm told trains by himself by the river to the fringes. You'll know them when you see them. Come and find me when you are finished. There. Wait, I know you. Corporal Akari. It's an honor to meet you. I was living hand to mouth in Ul'dah, but decided to enlist in the flames after I heard tales of your daring too. And now, as fate would have it, I've been sent here to join in a fight for my homeland's liberation. Ah, but there's no time to talk. I've got to prepare for the operation. Take care, Corporal. We'll give those Imperial whoresons what for. I say, if it isn't the last who helped me find the ward I misplaced. Oh, but there I go again, treating you as an equal. It wasn't until after you'd gone that one of my comrades pulled me aside and told me it was only the bleeding hero of Eorzea who had taken time out of her busy day to help me. Well, what is done, but now that I will fight with every ounce of my strength in this upcoming battle, and the next, and the next. Mayhap that will serve to repay the favor. Fare you well. Is it by the low ground? Yeah, looks like by the low ground. Hikaru, am I right? I doubt you remember me, but I'll never forget you. Saved my life in Little Alamigo, you did. Wilred and the rest of us had got it into our heads that if we had enough crystals, we could summon Rogger like the Almalja summoned their god. Thankfully, you put a stop to it. Ever hear about what happened to Wilred? Joined the Braves when they came calling, only to turn up dead one day. Never found out how or why, but I reckon it doesn't matter. Dead's dead, after all. But at least he died doing what he thought was right. And maybe that's the best folks like us can hope for, eh? Not that I'm in any hurry, mind. Yeah. We do know what happened to little Wilred. Back in AR when that happened. Built by his own Crystal Braves. You've had word of the men I mentioned, then. As I'm sure you've noticed, they've another thing in common aside from tragedy. You've touched each of their lives in one way or another. But that's not the reason I wanted you to speak with them. A man who's lived in Kiribania his entire life, who bore witness to the realities of the occupation for 20 unbroken years. A man who fled Alamigo in search for a new life, who swore to serve another nation, only for fate to conspire to send him back here. A youth born on foreign soil, who never knew his parents' homeland, yet nevertheless felt kinship for our cause. 3 men, 3 stories, 3 reasons. Yet all belong to resistance. In growing larger, we've grown more diverse. And while there is good in that, there's also the potential for strife and discord. It takes a special sword to lead such men into Alamigo, don't you think? Someone like Elise, you mean? This is a DSR. No, we canceled today. Hello, Hoyen. It was very iffy to try to find our sub. So we just ended up canceling. I see we're of one mind. She'll have to make the decision for herself, of course. We've traveled with her, been by her side, when she'd had to make hard choices. You've seen her at her worst and her best. If you think she got it in her, then she does. Look after her, Hikaru. She's our future and my hope. I trust I needn't say that this conversation is just between you and me. Good girl. Right then. We'd best head to Castrum Corvi, or what remains of it, rather. I need to go out. Let's use a internet shard. I'll also, I guess, be right back real quick. I don't have a text box. Oh wow. For some reason I don't have a text box. Oh. Let me edit that real quick. Alrighty. We'll go get water real quick. I'll be back. Alrighty. I'm back. Okay. So we continue on. I know I considered swapping to Picto when I get to level 80. But I might just stay as Rampage. I haven't completely decided yet. Because my main job is Picto for this expansion. I'm not quite sure if I need more time on it. Rather, I might want to stay on Red Mage to get more reps on that. Not quite sure yet. I don't foresee myself swapping to Red Mage anytime soon. But there's probably instances where Red Mage might be useful for progression's sake. I'm not quite sure yet. I don't really foresee myself. I don't really foresee that happening. But it's still an option. I'll prove them that it wasn't a mistake. That I wasn't a mistake. Her name is Opta. We've known each other since we were small. We'll be going on this mission together. I said it then and I'll say it again. I won't let it all be for nothing. We'll lead the way while the other units launch their own separate attacks. Remember that we need to hold out until Monago sees to the flag. Got your gear in order. Any moment now.
It's begun then.
Good. It's the waiting that drives me mad. Standing around, knowing what's to come. I'll never get used to it.
Calm down, Nago. You're making her nervous.
We've come this far, haven't we? We just need to make it the rest of the way.
Right.
Looks like the bastards went for the bait. The bridge is ours for the taking. Now remember, Monago, I want you to make for the tower as soon as you see an opening and get that flag flying. We'll see to the fighting.
I won't let you down, sir.
Come then. Rolga's star shall burn bright this day.
Did I see Riddle fire get popped? I think I saw Riddle fire.
Here it comes!
I don't know where we need to go, actually. I don't particularly remember. Let's give this a melee combo. Plus the lesser needed to my flash drive.
Take this!
Think you're clever with all your little tricks. Think again. None of you are leaving here alive. Hey! Can you act like this? I wonder. Yeah, you can.
Meet my new friend!
Your new friend's an ex? Wow.
God damn you! No more running! No more hiding! Let's finish this! Look! The flag!
The bridge is ours! Al amigo! Al amigo! Al amigo! Yeah!
Stand your ground! It's not over yet!
Damn it!
I love how she says that and then she runs away. Like, hello? Extend your ground. But I'm gonna run away.
Let them go, Lise. We've done what we came here to do.
That's so
enough for
funny.
now.
Cyrodiino is fallen? Impossible.
We have them on the run! Forward! No mercy!
Regroup! Regroup! We have to regroup! All units, fall back!
Commander, the 4th cohort has been routed. We'll be at the mercy of the enemy's reinforcements if we don't fall back now.
Idiot! We have the stronger force by far. Don't be taken in by their tricks. Or would you rather tell Xenos you lost to this rabble?
No, but if the snakes betray us in the confusion, we'll have no way out. I'm begging you, Commander. Give the order, or we'll all die here.
As common traitors who drank of muddied waters, for all the good it did us.
School's with me! The day is theirs, and so is this bastard bridge. Someone bring the snake.
I suppose. It's our first victory, isn't it? And that has to be worth something.
For a moment there, I didn't think I could do it, but I did. But then I did. Oh, she looks so distraught. You see that, Abba Ollie? We did it. Well fought, brothers and sisters. Today is a day that will be remembered for generations to come. It's a shame Fordola got away, but we did what we came here to do. I have to remind myself it's just the first step, but it's a big one. We're going to take it back. All of it. One ilm at a time, if we have to. Oh. I'm blind. There's still a chance that some Imperials are holed up inside the Castellum. We'll need to search it top to bottom to be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with our main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on a run en route. On second thought, it might be prudent of you to do a preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone to ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. When you've judged your work to be done, report to General Din in Bittermill. Go around and kill the stragglers and call it a day. Big bug. I'm surprised my Ver Flare was ready for that long. That's a triple wave. Whoops. Well, back north. It's a good thing Manago got the flag flying when she did. Any longer, those Imperials might have had us at their mercy. The Bull of Alamigo has done it again. His assessment of Fordola's response was without error. Corporal, all's well at the bridge. Good, good. The fighting has died down here too, as you can see. Pippin left but a moment ago, with a contingent of troops to occupy Valadina. If and when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. I could not have hoped for a better outcome, General. It's been splendidly done. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one Castellum to turn the tide. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces. Scions, I bid you return to Commander Kemp and his men. The light's not over much in victory. Not when there are battles left to fight. Our work here is finished. Our resistance allies are waiting. Well, they're just at the bridge now. Bridge does not have an etherite. So we're gonna have to drive there every time. Back so soon, I suppose the general and his men had matters well in hand. The vice marshal and his men showed up not long after you left. If the gods are good, there'll be no one left to fight. I'll have to do my chop quest soon as well. I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with us. Commander Kemp, Marshal Tarupin reports that their sweep of the Castellum's interior has been completed. So it's finally over, eh? Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then. Castellum Valadina is well and truly ours. Mayhap this calls for... Wait, where is Manago? She took her bird and flew off towards the Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe, where she was born. I doubt that the Imperials who fled Valadina had a mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried. So I gave her leave to go and see that her people were safe. So I pray you're right to be best. If Manago were not alone, she should encounter the enemy. Agreed. Let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is alright. If that is your wish, then I have no objection. Just let the guard know when you wish to cross. Okay, I wish to cross. He was really there just to hold the bridge, or the gate to the bridge. Because it was very, very simple to just cross over. Didn't even take us far anyways. Forget where you go up for this. There's a path somewhere. Oh. Good thing there's thing at the base of the path. The path to the village is through a tunnel just east of here. Follow me. Yeah, that's a very good thing they were just saying here. So I would have been lost. Also, I don't know if I have any other jobs. No, I do not. I'm going to outpace the XP. Kinda naturally happens, but still feels like a waste of XP. It is what it is, though. Can't really do much.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Ananta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana.
The Kaliana are another Ananta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside. But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
Oh yeah. He got killed.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Veera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us?
Aye. All who have fought with the Resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
Well, is the next bridge part of our story. Hold on to striking for now. Can't really use it. Well, I'll hold on to it. Okay. I'll need to bear it back again. My cat is crying a lot. I'll bear it back again. Okay. I think the cat is okay for now. We'll accept this quest and then do our job quests. Ahem. At the risk of sounding hopelessly naive, there may yet be a way to avoid violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I have not been rather too willing to accept that we have no other recourse than to risk our lives, or rather, your life, to address these threats. Yet the primals we have faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana may delight in battle, but Ramu would sooner keep the forest with his children. Ere we decide to challenge Sri Lakshmi, it would seem wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her onto this world. If that is your will, then so be it. To the north you'll find our village. Sarisha shall unfold all. We shall leave at once. Monago, can you inform our comrades at the bridge of what happened? Of course. Be safe, my friends. Alrighty. Let us finish our job quest real quick. Hello, Sushi. How you doing? Somewhere here. I think it's last visual. Jay chillin'. That's good to hear. Time to give her holy, finally. The second part of that thing, so I'm not overcapped on Black Maida. Playing card games and thinking about next thing to do in Final Fantasy 14. There's a whole lull, there's much to do right now. Guess you can do like old content, but there's not much to do. It's a lull. Hikaru, I've decided we should go to the Thaumaturge Guild in Ul'dah for help with tracking down Arya, of course. I've been doing some research into Void Scent and possessions, and as I suspected, the process is not a simple one. Even so, I doubt we have the time for me to become a fully fledged expert on the subject. We need one right now. The Thaumaturges are one of the few organizations familiar with our quarry. Considering how they are also the modern successors to the arcane knowledge of Mach, their shelves may even hold ancient lore that could tell us more about Lilith. Let's be away. I mean, like, you could do what everyone's, I guess, done before. It's like, you could turn the time leveling. But it's, like, the most boring thing to do. I still need to do it, but not much motivation to do so. I don't even know what you get at level 100. Like, 90 was, like, this tiny-ass hairpiece that you got. I don't know what you get at 100. 80 was an Amaro. Hikaru, I've just been explaining our woes to Prelate Yayake here. Welcome to Thaumaturge Guild. I shall do what I can to aid you. Now then, the tomes with passages pertaining to the Void Saint Lilith are all forbidden occult works. Abhorrent volumes chained to the shelves in our deepest archives, never again to see the light of day. I'll just pop back there and grab one or two. If you could wait over there for a moment. Why'd she describe it as if it's like something you can never open up? By all, she's even more sinister than I imagined. With no mention of her presence in the past millennium, I had thought Lilith destroyed. Yet it would seem she is very much alive and exceedingly dangerous. Her most fearsome aspect is a power to enslave a person's will. If we include all those with even a whisper of her essence within their veins, she has slithered inside the minds of a veritable army. The sigil employed by this Lambard of yours is a second-hand manifestation of Lilith's ability. You would but need to coat a tool with his tainted blood. then engrave her name in the flesh of his victims to create the unthinking puppets you described. And that was but a faint echo of her true power. Correct, a power she will not hesitate to bring to bear on the mortals she so despises. Archmagus Kalawise made doubly sure of that when he lured her into his trap. As well as a talent for draining the life force of her prey, Lilith is also known for spitting venom, a truly hideous opponent. But the Archmagus came prepared with potent antidotes. Undone by her summoner's treachery and the limitations of her mortal host, Lilith found herself divested of her beloved rod and sealed inside a Maquis sarcophagus. And thence spent the next 1,000 years plotting her escape. It is as you say, but mere freedom is not her endgame. Above all else, I imagine Lilith desires a form which allows her to manifest the fullness of her terrible power. She means to reinvest her soul within the perfect vessel and thus enhance the strength of her incarnation by an order of magnitude. The perfect vessel. Lilith carefully orchestrated Arya's conception over the span of centuries. We do not oppose her now. I dread to think what havoc such a cunning and powerful fiend could wreak upon Eorzea. Look what she has accomplished already. So subtle were her manipulations that not a single one of the Nightkins realized her plan or sought to destroy her. Well, this has all been very enlightening, but we are still no closer to finding Arya. Have you any ideas? In order to invest herself in a new host, Lilith will need to recreate the conditions of her original summoning as faithfully as possible. Alignment of the star, weather, location, that sort of thing. The location I can tell you, assuming the ground itself hasn't fallen into an abyss. Lilith will have taken your friend to a summoning circle in the ruined city of Mach. Does not the weeping city lie in the swamps of Yafim? No getting there without an airship and a pilot, eh? Oh, but not to worry. We know the very person who can help us on that count. Deputy President Jessie of the Garland Ironworks. I shall contact her immediately. I've been in touch with Jessie. After that assassination business, as she puts it, she was more than happy to lend us a company ship. Prelate Yayake, you've been an immense help. How can we repay you? That won't be necessary. The guild was already richly compensated by a certain merchant. He requested we aid any mages of the Red who might happen to seek our knowledge. Are you acquainted with Master Wilkin? It would seem he's been quite generous in spreading his wealth around Ul'dah to ensure you encounter no refusals or inconveniences. Well, well, the gratitude of a wealthy merchant is a fine thing to have. Right, this time you are off to Revenant's Toll. Jessie will be waiting. Don't forget to stock some antidotes. I'll be terribly disappointed to hear you died to Lilith's venom after the tale I told you. It's a very nice, like, I don't even know what to call it, but like, all the people we've helped in the past and the job quests are coming back to help us in the finale. Zren's told me the story, and I have an airship ready to fly. I applied you into the swamp myself. I said I return the favor to Arya, and I don't go back on my promises. Shall we go? I'm moored on the northern bank of the lake. Hikaru, the plan is simple. We cut through the ruins as quickly as we can, and unleash merry hell on the Void-Sent Queen. The outcome of this battle will decide Arya's fate. Bring everything you have, and make sure that includes a vial or two of antidotes. I don't have antidote, so we're just gonna go. Surely it's okay. Ready then. Got your gear, emptied your bladder. You make straight for the ruins of Mok. All aboard, folks. I don't know much about this demon witch, but you send her back to the void. I want to see Arya safe and sound. Lilith only has one chance at this ritual. Won't she knows we're there to stop her? She may begin the ceremony anyway. Conditions be damned. If that happens, then we must defeat the fiend ere she forces her soul into Arya's body. We will triumph over Lilith and free our companion from her curse. The big city of Mok. I haven't been here on this account, but I have been here before. These things do hurt, I will say. You are supposed to be on like level 70 gear and stuff, which I'm not. But surely it's okay. They'll be more than fine. What antidote? I don't got no antidote. Powers. heal was crazy. That would be the full. Arya, Lilith is slain. Come back to us now. Damn it, why won't she wake? Ugh, where am I? Where is everyone? Ah, I see. This is my own mind. I'm being forced aside by that fiend. Yes, accept thy fate, child. Mine own form was destroyed, but within thy vessel has my soul taken refuge. Once thy will have diminished unto oblivion, mine essence shall transform this shell, will rise anew, glorious and complete. And then shall I wreak my vengeance upon all the children of man. Seek not to defy me, my darling creation. Surrender to the void, surrender to me. Lilith created me. I have to accept this fate. It was what I was always meant to be. Forgive me, Hikaru. There are so many more memories I'd hoped to make. Farewell. No, this cannot be all there is. I want more. I want to live. Do not torture thyself, child. Your will is forfeit. Thy fate is sealed. I decide my own fate. Oh, that's bright. Arya, welcome back, my friend. This run, Karu. Look out, Lilith is still here. Your soul is safe now. Lilith is gone. You triumphed over her at the last. A chance I wouldn't have had if you'd not destroy her in the flesh. With a stout heart and a power of red magic, there is no foe we cannot overcome. As the two of you have so amply proven. Now let us put this dreary ruin behind us, but have a care for your surroundings. This old city is home to more than sinister void scent. I was caught up in a moment when we set off, but I'd sooner not steer a ship anywhere near that place again. Don't blame her. We did it, Hikaru. It was a hard-won battle, but your heart and steel carried the day. And we must express our gratitude to Jessie for conveying us to the ruins in the first place. Nay, I was but returning the favor. Unlike certain presidents I could mention, I don't leave the books unbalanced. I best be getting this girl back to the company docks, so this is farewell for me. Take care, Jesse, and thank you. Shall we head back to town then? Pick their fall. Fell down like a step. I don't know what. I fell down like a step. Oh, there's not like a successful rescue attempt to put a smile on my face. It's wonderful to have our companion back, safe and sound. It's wonderful to be back. I cannot wait to begin my training once more. Arya, about your training. Surely you felt a change within yourself. Your proclivity for spell casting was a property of Lilith's blood. Now that her corruption has faded from your veins, so too have your aptitude for the arcane. Yes, I feel the difference. My ether is so weak now that I doubt I could cast even the simplest of magics. I wondered how you would take the news, but you seem almost happy. I am. This way I get to study magic from scratch, and know that all my achievements will truly be mine. Of course, this means I'll have a lot more work to do before I can catch up to Hikaru. But having such a distant goal will be what pushes me to endure the training ahead. Don't overdo it. I promise I won't be running into danger. Not until I've mastered a little more magic, at least. You have the heart of a red mage, that's for certain. Start yourself off with the basics of thaumaturgy and conjuring. A foundation you've built yourself will be far more stable than the instinctual power you possessed before. And when you grasp the fundamentals, I can start training in red magic again. I look forward to that day, Isran. As for you, Hikaru, you've grown stronger than ever. You've known for some time now that the magics of Red Mage are fueled by the caster's own aether. The potency of your spells is a reflection of your indomitable spirit. I dare say that the soul crystal you bear will reward your dedication to the art by granting you new knowledge. This concludes my stint as a mentor for now. Hikaru, you have graduated from my lessons, and Arya, you must ready yourself to begin all over again. You have flung yourself into revolution's smoldering ashes, and all throughout Alamigo have new fires begun to flare. With you in the van, I have no doubt that my homeland will soon bask in the light of liberation. Srun, you speak as if you mean to leave us. I must return to my pilgrimage, but fear not. Those who defy the tides of destiny are always drawn together, sooner or later. And so this is not a farewell, merely a temporary parting of ways. Eagerly do I await the day our paths cross again, my friends. Yeah, so there's no more job quests. After that, until end of Shadowbringer, so 80, you get another little text, I guess. Wait, what? Oh, I don't have space. Like, there's no way. This is just not better. It should be higher level. I need. Oh. I didn't attune to the Aetheryte. Oops. Okay. How do you go attune to that Aetheryte? I thought I did it. Oh. Well, I need to go sort my inventory and then go attune to that Aetheryte. Oh, wow. I thought I did all that. Okay. So, give me a moment. I'm gonna go do that real quick. Clear out some inventory space. And I guess go attune to that Aetheryte. I'll be back. Let's see here. We can input a lot of these away. A lot of job quest ones I can also put away. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of space. It's a good thing I'm doing this now, I guess. This was going to be a problem eventually. Better to get rid of this problem now. Oh. This problem's gonna rise again. 100%. But, that will be a future me problem. For now, we'll just... Can't repair. Curse me for not being able to repair my own gear. Curses. This problem will arise again. A lot quicker than I think I expected to. BH. Where the heck is the repair person? I've always had a crafter, so I don't know where the repair people are. Ever. Repair this. Everything in my inventory. I'm gonna say, let's just repair everything. So I need to clear out my a lot more of my inventory than I thought I would. Just should. Because there's a lot. They should just do it to get it over with. Not have to worry about it when I inevitably have this problem again. Which will happen. Inventory things are always something that'll happen. There's a red mage on. Okay. Let's just put everything in here. This makes it easier. I don't actually need to worry about throwing out throwing out a lot of these stuff. Oh, it just inevitably do. Because worst comes to worst, you can just get all these stuff again. Especially the quest ones. Just go into the, I forget what they're called. There's like a NPC that you can pick up quest objects. Okay. So now we're done with that. I need to go attune to that Aetheryte that I forgot to do. Why I forgot to do that, I don't know. But I did. So we need to go do that. So let's go back to the bridge. Tune to the Aetheryte. So weird seeing these because they're just a baby class. I'm not used to seeing the baby class. Because I have everything at least almost all to 90 on my actual account. I thought it shows Scholar here. I guess that's because Scholar doesn't really have a baby class, it's just Arcanist. Let's do into this Aetheryte first and then we'll continue on. Assuming that is a... what's it called? Need a current quest. I'll pick up and I'll do later. Yep. Oh, sorry. I was distracted by the grumbling on my stomach. Thanks to the Guardians, we've been having trouble maintaining our food stores. Custom dictates that any game brought back to the village must be distributed evenly amongst everyone, but there hasn't been much to go around lately. But fear of harassment from the Guardians, we can finally begin hunting again, but there's still so much to do if we're going to replenish the supplies. Any chance you'd be willing to help? If you could bring back, say, 3 Telosauruses, it would be a great help. You'll find them to the north of here, but don't kill them. We'll need their meat to be as fresh as possible when it's put away. When you've worn them down enough, you can stuff them into these bags without much of a fight. Now I know what you're thinking, but trust me, they'll fit. Stay safe out there. I love how they're just saying trust me, don't fit. It's these things. And you get these like tiny bags here. Trust me, those dinosaurs will fit in a bag, I swear. Well, I find that very funny. We do not often receive guests. What is the purpose of your visit? Greetings and well met. We are the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, and we come seeking Sarisha of the Vera. You are she, are you not? You have petitioned us for aid and succor, and we intend to provide them. We'd first learn more about Sri Lakshmi, that we might better understand the nature of the threat she poses to you. A simple request, and one which I shall gladly oblige. In the beginning was Sri Lakshmi. We were created in her image, daughters blessed with her beauty. Her breath became ours, her serenity our solace. There is naught she would not give. It was the Kalyana broodmother's desire to bring about her daughter's resurrection, which first called forth Sri Lakshmi from the aether. That being the case, I rather doubt the goddess will be spoiling for a fight. That would depend. The primal's motives have always been colored by the summoner's state of mind, namely that of a grieving mother who had just borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved a miracle, she may also have harbored thoughts of vengeance. Moreover, the Kalyana's conception of Sri Lakshmi may differ from that of the Vera. This is true. The Vera and the Kalyana do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss in different ways. To the Vera, Sri Lakshmi embodies freedom. She would not suffer her daughters to be bound to another's will, and so we stand with the resistance against the Empire, and give our lives for the cause. To the Kalyana, however, she embodies transcendental beauty, which they strive to create through their craft, to shape crystals in less art and more ritual. A sacred duty wherein each tribute is imbued with a fragment of the soul. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kalyana were content to turn inward and ignore our plight. Until reality asserted itself, and they summoned a primal, a fever dream to soothe their aching hearts. But surely they can see that it won't do any good. The Imperials will still rule these lands. Nothing will change. The Ananta will. The Kalyana bade the Vera make pilgrimage to pay proper respects, remember? Those who do not wish to partake of their primal's bliss will be made to do so. Not while we're around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we're still kin to the Kalyana. We help them to see reason. Know that I'll kill your god if I have to, maybe even if I don't. Do what you will, warrior. That simulacrum is not Sri Lakshmi. If we do not act quickly, more lives will be lost. More families torn apart. More children made to suffer. Then it's settled. We're going to find that primal and put an end to this. My sister Vajra will guide you to the John Khat, and I shall pray for your success. Well met, scions. I am Vajra, chief who shines bright and unbroken. I stand ready, will leave upon your command. It's just gonna be worse, but it's better than nothing, I guess. You are ready. You look ready. The Jan Khat. There you will find Kalyana's crystals and Sri Lakshmi. Follow me. Need to also look for radar cards. I completely forgot. Is this Beast Tribe? No, it's not. Adventurer, I would ask a favor of you. In recent days, strange men have been stealing prey from our hunting grounds. They appear to be Alamegans, but they do not recognize us as allies. They refuse to listen when we explain they are trespassing. If they were to see another strider in our company, they may not be so quick to fight and flee. They were last spotted to the east of here. Please go and speak with them before anyone comes to harm. Okay, let's find the Sacred Current. Southeast. Oh. How the heck do I get up there? I really don't want to go all the way around. Okay, good. With enough jumping, you can brute force any jump. Wonderful. Northeast. That's a big elephant. I don't know where I'm supposed to. Oh, let's go through the village. The John cut. A path leads to an entrance above. Within it is an aetheryte. You must use it to enter. Understood. With me, everyone. The east. Supposed to be an aetheryte somewhere here. Or an aether current. Come on. Go to bed. Can't mount, but it's okay. We'll walk.
Why, mistress? Why does my Anamika slumber still?
Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. breath stolen filleth her breast.
But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty.
Only the vessel may be remade, not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
Alice, have you gone mad?
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood!
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
For every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens. Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing. Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
I know. It was stupid and foolish, but I had to try, Hikaru. I had to. I had to try, and I failed. So you have to fight. There's no other way. Primals cannot be suffered to live. You know this. Maybe so, but every time we must turn to you and others like you to do what we cannot. I just wish there was another way. We can do what we can, but do that which is within our power. These Alphinaud and I will go and seize their crystal stores. This will not happen again. And you, when it is finished, we will be waiting for you. I will say, Lakshmi is a very, very pretty boss. Very pretty boss. Her music is also pretty good. As much as I don't really like Stormblood's story too much, I think a lot of her fight designs have been really well made this expansion. Trials are cool, they're pretty unique. Music, while their main theme isn't like the strongest in all of the expansions, I think a lot of their trial musics are very cool. A lot of them are very memorable. A lot of fights in this expansion are very well done, I think. Some sort of expansion where Ultimates first came out. So, all MSQ might not be the shining point of expansion. A lot of fights are very good. Everything is pissed off at me. Fun. We need to not kill these. Oh, slow enough. Okay. I think below 30%. I think is good enough. Also, those things are definitely not fitting in the bag. Oh, that takes my dual cast. Of course it does. Everything eats my dual cast for no reason. Oh, goodness. I don't know why interactive items count for my dual cast. It's not even a cast. Well, I guess it is a cast, technically. Never mind. I rescind my statement. Oh, this class is so silly. I don't know why Sprint takes at that. It's not a cast. Oh. Also, me using my interactables should give me dual cast if that's the case. Man. Please wait. If you would listen for just a moment. Keep that thing away from me. I fear they won't listen to anything I have to say. Would you go after him and explain his people are trespassing? I must tend to my wounds. I fear he may not understand. You're trying to help that thing, weren't you? What do you want? They only wanted us to leave their hunting grounds. So they're not savage monsters looking to feast on our innards? I see. Sorry about before. It's not every day you see something like that where I come from. Me and my friends are from a small village in the peaks, you see. And with that Garleans blocking all ways in and out of the place, we've never traveled far. Now that they're mostly gone, we thought we'd have a look about. Maybe scavenge for a bit of food. It didn't mean no harm, honest. If it's all the same to you, we'll leave and go look for food somewhere far, far away from here. Bye, have a wonderful time. Oh. I'm out. We'll go up here and end in that quest and then teleport back for this one. Oh, I found all the data cards here. Huh? Forgot they made it very, very easy to do that. They've cut down a lot of it. That's good. When I first did this, you had to get all of them. All 10. Even though it was old expansion, you still had to get all 10. That was a lot of work. I'm glad they did this, because it was very tedious. You returned. Were they willing to listen? Men from the peaks. Interesting. We were concerned the M tribe may have coerced them into stealing from our land. My sisters will be relieved to hear this. If these people are desperate enough to venture here for food, perhaps we can help them. A deal of some kind. A share of our food stores in exchange for materials for our gem crafting. Yes, that would be a fair trade. I'll need to discuss this with my sisters. The beginning of a fruitful partnership may be at hand. The fringes is where we're at. So we got one more, which is more likely the MSQ, where I'll give you the last Aether Current. You're back! Do those bags contain what I think they do? Dinosaur-filled sack, yes. Wow, you really did it. Not that I didn't think you could, mind you. It's just been so long since anyone here has had the guts to contend with those beasts. You can be sure we'll make good use of them. Their meat for rations is a given, but their horns and bones will make good tools, and their hides can make belts and boots. Did you know that Telosaurus isn't even native to these lands? The Garleans used them for carrying crates, but the Sods couldn't keep them under control. A few of them escaped into the wilds, started breeding, and here we are. I guess you could say it's a blessing in disguise. If they hadn't brought these Telosaurus here, we'd have one less source of meat and materials for fashioning our tools. I mean, I guess that's looking at the positive side. I can't really disagree. Well, now I don't have much to do. Because I need to queue for this and there's no trust. There isn't much I can't do right now. Kind of hard gated. Wonder how much changed with monk. Yeah, right. Arm. I don't know what changed. All right, and that man's gone. But I know there's no more buff. What? There's no meditation? Oh. Oh, it's this? I don't think I've opened monk even on my main. Definitely a pretty. Definitely a pretty boss.
Open your heart to me.
I want to melee combo so badly.
Your weary souls in my bosom.
You need to use your active or he insta die. I think everyone has a bubble. It's still like chunks, if I recall correctly. Oh, it doesn't.
I shall see you from your
What is that thing?
Do not your souls weigh heavy? Your souls are stained. I shall free you from your hate.
I should just write that comment. Here, you stay. Why not? You can get calm. Or should I stay for a calms anyways?
You did.
Oh, whoops. Lee said you did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help.
It looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
You slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo.
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Fadola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Why do you tremble so? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Very well. Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord. I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
I wish we could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. It could be a problem if they get their hands on any more crystals, though. Never mind, we'll deal with that when the time comes. Ah, there we go. Data current. You have done us great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Icon Slayer. Let us bear word to them of Sri Lakshmi's passing. Come, friends. Divira Nilo. Alright, I'll need a moment again. I'll be right back again. Alrighty. Ah, the winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirmed their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Kalyana sisters in her thrall. For this, we thank you. Hikaru did the deed. We are but witnesses to her heroism. However, I fear this is only the beginning, for there is no cure for that which drives the desperate to beseech the gods for salvation. Should they wish to use their crystal to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sister's plight at our peril. This we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path, so that the day you speak of never comes. We're all in this together, Alamegans and Ananta. We understand that. Hopefully in time they will too. You and yours will ever be friends of the Vera. On that you have my word. We should begin back to the Peering Stones. Thank you again, Sarisha, for everything. Welcome back. Conrad and Marshal Taropin came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Sri Lakshmi is gone. Ah, but I should probably start at the beginning. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. You saved a lot of lives, Hikaru. Take pride in that. It must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previously, summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance, by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kalyana's supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and ambient aether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vera on how best to enforce said restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. To other matters then, what news of the Imperials? None, which itself is troubling. It seems as though the skulls and the remainder of the garrisons have fully withdrawn into the peaks. We've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Veladina. Regardless of their reasons, our path is clear. Father had decided it is time to advance to east. Finally. It was also empathetic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the Warrior of Light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be as strong as quick as her, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. Same goes for you, Minago. You've been away from your family too long. Don't deny it. As you say, sir. Thank you. We'll make the most of our time here. Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you lot a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion. I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of Veladina. Honored guests, I pray you partake on our humble offerings as we give thanks for your many valiant deeds. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Come, come, eat your fill of our food, and drink deep of our spirits. There is more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. You know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. My father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Ida would prepare it with herbs and spices. My mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. But they wouldn't let us have even that. Theodoric, Gaius, of course father and Ida had to fight. I would have too, if I'd been older. But they didn't have to die. It never ends, does it? They call us beasts, and they treat us like them. They push us, and they push, and they... till someone pushes back. Until someone takes up arms, or summons a god. A false god. If the 12 are watching us, what are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see the strong hunt the weak? When people fight and die, and nothing gets better. It just goes on and on and on. There's no justice, just us. I know. That's why we're here, isn't it? Thanks for listening. I know I was just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Who knows what the answers are, or if there even are any. Either way, life goes on, and we've got to go with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. I must be getting tired. Time to turn it in, I think. Tomorrow's another day, eh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, Hikaru. There's something to be said for a home-cooked meal, is there not? We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. Alright. I have the earring. A leveling earring. I trust you are well rested and refreshed, yes? Then let's return to the front. The greater part of the Alliance forces should have advanced into the peaks by now, but I expect we will pass many of our comrades on the road east. There's a checkpoint along the way, as I recall. We will need only to identify ourselves to the soldiers in order to pass. I can fly. Oh, wonderful. A wonderful feeling being able to fly. It's gonna be taken away from me in a minute. And that joy is going to be taken away from me as I'm landbound. Unfortunate. Scions, a pleasure to have you with us again. You'll be happy to hear we've taken Alagiri, and have already begun fortifying it as our new base of operations in the peaks. Give a shout to the lads as you pass, eh?
I remember how they laughed. Alliance and Resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat. But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
Definitely somewhere down the path. As you can see, this part of the peaks is much higher than the northern reaches. Hence why the Imperials built Specula Imperatoris, or they did. See those 3 towers to the east? That's her. It's right on the edge of a cliff, so attacking from the north is a fool's errand. From the south, on the other hand, she's no different from any other Imperial installation. You see why now Veladina was so important, eh? Right then. Come along, they're waiting for us in Alagiri. Farm. What the heck's this Aether card? Found it. I will remember to attune to the Aether at this time. It will be very unwise not to. East, somewhere far here. Here we are, the new base of operations for the Alliance and the Resistance. Ah, there you are. Greetings, General. I see you have been quite busy in our absence. Less than you may imagine. The Imperials fled at our coming, and we took the village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We're about to discuss a strategy to seize Specula Imperatoris. Though we are fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. Good. Take a moment to gather yourselves and join us when you are ready. Attune to the crystal first. Or I forgot. Well, you heard the Flame General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. That everyone, then let's begin. Alighieri is ours, and for our mercy we took it without losing a single man. We dare not grow complacent. Specula Imperatoris will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should we not pause to consider the Imperial's motivation? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance, without so much as firing a shot, is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps or other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to Alamigo is through the east. Through Specula Imperatoris and Castrum Albania? It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with unparalleled range and destructive power. Which means that we will need to strike Specula Imperatoris quickly, both to limit our ability to locate our forces in the field and to utilize the installation as a shield against attack, as they would doubtlessly not risk damaging the towers. I see, and we have no choice but to accept what we have been given. Aye, that's the way of it. I have no doubt that Xenos has something planned, but we'll just have to deal with it when the time comes. To the assault then. The main host will commence a direct assault on Specula Imperatoris. During this time, I would hold the Scions in reserve at Alighieri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood. Wait a minute, we should be fighting with you and the Resistance. I understand you don't want to rely too much on Hikaru after what she's been through, but at least let the rest of us do our part. Don't do anything too reckless, alright? I won't. I promise I'll do what Conrad says. Mayhap it would be best if I accompanied you, Alize. Alize can stay with Hikaru. Oh, go if you must. The two of us can take care of ourselves. You have your orders. Dismissed. Meanwhile, deep within the Imperial Research Facility.
Let us see. So, she lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
My lord, what have you done to me?
Though we Guardians are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, We lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage. It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court. Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Alamegan, through and through. What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed that Alagiri was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specular Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the Watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Found you.
So full of fire and eager, weren't they? Well, I wouldn't worry too much. They're strong and they have each other. At least he spared me the trouble of having to speak up. I wasn't about to let Lise go alone. We have a fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to our involved squadron. They're already searching other nearby areas. We have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means. Yep. Time to go patrolling. See if we can find some enemies about. So, I'm blind as a bat. It's so weird having a melee combo end in Ver Holy or Ver Flare. So used to having like a 6-bar combo to it. You know, I never realized there was a person riding this ship. I actually thought that was a machine, not a person riding it. That was like an automaton or something like that. Person riding that ship. The more you learn. That's interesting. Give me a moment, Hikaru. Say it again if you would. No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Give me a prize of any developments. That was our fault. The pair that was spying on us in the fringes have followed us here. What about you, Hikaru? Any trouble? And there I was thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope the assault on Specula Imperatoris is going well.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
Rudolph, and for us, for our people, for our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
The power of the echo.
What in the seven hells?
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat! Now! Relay the orders!
Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
Right at 12. Did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? It must have been the cannon at Castrum, Albania. But that was an Imperial installation, and their troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell is being jammed or... We have to go right now. They need our help. Everything for war. This way. There's no time to lose. There's no honor in war. It's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even... Pull yourself together. The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother. Right now. The locks on a massive gate appear to have been disabled. You need only prise them open to pass through. Damn it, I don't see them. My brother or Elise. Maybe the general knows something. It shall be done. I'm glad you're here, Corporal. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us. On Specula Imperatoris. I didn't think they had it in them. They killed their own men just to kill us. Gods damn them all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it was struck, but that needs not mean anything. Our forces are still evacuating, and many remains accounted for. Alize? Alize, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families, just like you and me. They need our help. You understand? He's right. I'll take the north, you take the east. Thank you. I think I can manage on my own. For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Thal's Great Hall. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, won't you? There, Alighieri is not far. I'll make it. I'll make it. Ugh, everything hurts. I think I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Hikaru Kari, ward of the House of Orton. We fought together on the steps of faith. You saved my life back then, but now. I can walk, thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. Conrad, can you hear me? Nago, put him down over there. Karo, full glad I am to see you. Wait, where's my sister? Almighty Ralger, O noble Azima, I beg of you, do not take him from us.
Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Elise? I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you. Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Meanwhile, in the chaos of Castrum, Albania.
Next round, double the charge.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
That's the cerulean pipeline!
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
They have terrible aim.
My lance has slain far greater beasts. You're welcome, boy.
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon! The savages are coming!
Where am I go? We could have killed them. We could have walked away. Instead, we tried to convince them, lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy, and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. Odds is my witness, there will be a reckoning. Forgive me, now is not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. Peter will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister, and return to Alagiri. There, that should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alize. Or Alphino. Oops. I mixed six wins. Uh-oh. You know, if Alize heard me say that, I'd be in a lot of trouble. Like, I tried to mix up the twins by accident. Oopsie. Tell me you found Alphino. Tell me he is alright. I would thank the 12. I don't know what I would have done. Though saying that, what will the resistance do without Commander Kremp? Sorry, not here. Well now. We should return to Aligiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. What should we do? We got plenty of our own wounded to deal with. Say the word and I'll finish him quickly. It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I half expected you were about to slit my throat. The hell's with this. I should be back home in Ilsabard, instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. Thanks, friend. Bloody Turkinet came loose, and I was having trouble getting it back on. I should be fine the rest of the way. Oh, bless you, kind. Wait, is that you, Hikaru? I didn't recognize you at first. Been feeling a little dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. Right. I can keep going. I can keep going. I knew we'd lose people doing this, but him. I was sure the old bear would outlast us all. I did what I could for those I found along the way, but some were beyond help. It's up to all of us to carry on instead. It's up to me. Hikaru, we have given over Commander Kim's remaining for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when, rites must needs be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatoris. It's time we spoke with General Alden. These deaths weigh heavy on my soul. Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader, he was a patriot, but above all else, he was a good man, who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I asked for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We have suffered a grievous defeat, but we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when next you face the enemy. It will carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Ere we take another step towards El Amigo, however, we must first address the questions of how to deal with Castrum Albania's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought of their own soldiers' safety, you may struggle to approach them. A frontal assault is out of the question. We lose countless men before we even reach the wall. Would we? Recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? You suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again, mayhap due to a malfunction. Or one of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage. Or heretofore unknown resistance faction chose the moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they continue. And I'll have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the resistance. You can't risk losing another commander so soon. Know how you feel, Nago. I do. I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Papolimo and I arrived at Rogger's Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance. Then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the Scions. But even then, I knew deep down that it was an excuse. I was still afraid of following my heart, because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or for Ida. But then I met someone on the other side of the world, who had struggled with the same worries. As we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. And now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got. And I'm the best qualified. It's as simple as that. But don't worry, Nago. I'll come back. I promise. While I acknowledge Commander Heck's right to carry out this mission, I see no reason why she should do it alone. Corporal, would you go with her? Suppose someone's got to keep her out of harm's way. Then it is settled. We will await your return. Alrighty. I think this is a good place to stop for now. I completely forgot Conrad dies. I'm not gonna lie. I completely forgot that was the thing that happened. But it did. We're getting near the end-ish of we're nearing the end of Stormblood. We're at 68. The MSQ level is a good progression of how far the expansion is. We're nearing the end of it. Near finale of it. We also got one more area left to traverse. So we'll be wrapping Stormblood up soon. Or at least the base expansion of it. When next I come back, I'm not quite sure. But I will be back to finish this for sure. Alright. Thank you for watching, and hope you have a good rest of your day or night, wherever you are. And take care. Bye-bye.